Hi everyone and welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast, episode 37. I'm one of your host Sean. I'm here with my co-host Josh.
Hello.
And every week we go for everything from our businesses. I almost got tongue-tied there. Businesses, also the world of gaming and the world of Warhammer and tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so how have you been this week?
Not too bad, just busy with work now, ain't
Busy
it?
now.
Which is why it's weird today, because we're recording this in the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
Surprise!
It's not surprising.
No, they have no idea, to be fair, but they can probably tell we don't look as rugged as when it's in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, cushy. A little bit of, when we get to it, business stuff. But other than that, yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah,
Your
the
leg?
same. Legs just fully cooked.
Cooked.
Yep, leg is just not good right now. But I'm soldiering on. Hopefully I can get back to work soon, as I've been off work since.
Oh, you've been vibing about get back to work.
Hey, I've not been vibing. I mean, there's a couple of things I've been vibing with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been vibing, my God. Don't even give me that.
But yeah, hopefully I'll be back to my 100% very soon.
Yes.
And doing what I need to do. But yeah, I think we're going to dive into a bit of gaming news first.
Yes.
Which will be
I
fun.
think that makes sense.
We've had a little bit of stuff happen over the last couple of days. But first of all, what have you been playing? You been playing anything this week?
Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout. There you go. Is that because of the show? Was it like...
A little bit.
Because I know a lot of people have been jumping back into the Fallout stuff.
Yeah, I
Especially
think-
with season 1 anyway, it happened. And season 2 now.
I don't know. Season 1 actually didn't have me as fussed, because I think season 1 felt a little bit more like 76 and 4. Whereas with season 2, because it's all in New Vegas.
Yeah. I'm in on episode 3 now of season 2.
What?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I remember I told you I was waiting for it to all come out and do whatever. So I started watching it the other day.
Well, it's all out and you still haven't watched it. So what was the point?
I'm doing watch it now. I'm on episode
No,
3.
you're too busy staying up watching the bloody Super Bowl.
No,
That's
I
what
wish
you
I
do.
was. I was fast asleep last night. That did not interest me. But yeah, Fallout's good. I mean, I haven't played any of the Fallouts personally.
It just continues, ladies and gentlemen.
But what I've been playing is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza, and Hawaii. I don't know why I decided to play this, but I know obviously I wanted to play all these Yakuza games. Like I went to play them in order, kind of thing. But this one obviously just came into Game Pass the other day, so I thought, why not? And I've been literally hooked on it. Like it's so fun. Like like the combat. The only thing I find long about the game is like you do a little combat and it's like a 20-minute cutscene. Like,
is it?
every time, there's so much dialogue in that game. Like it's unreal. Like I like the gameplay how it is, but I feel like I can just dial back a little bit of the videos, the cutscenes and everything. Like, there's so many. Like some of them I just skipped. Like, I know it's pretty much being said. Like just skip them, half of them. There's just so much. But apart from that as well, I played the Pragmata demo, which is out. Came out the other day as well from the Nintendo Direct, which I will talk about a little bit. But Pragmata demo, super fun. Like I said to you earlier, I was a bit skeptical of the game. I was like, how's this gonna work? I'm not really feeling it. Like looking at how it was, like all the trailers and visuals and stuff like that. But getting into it, hands on, it is very good. Like that mechanic of Diana controlling doing the puzzle thing first before you shoot is quite fun. It is very good.
I will play.
It felt like a bit. The movement, I guess, almost Dead Space like, because you could tell like it looks like a bit like Dead Space, the way the suit is and stuff like that. So it does move like that pretty much a little bit, which is fun. You get elements of also as well. Did you play? Is it Vanquish? The Platinum Games one. Did you play that? Yeah. I kind of almost felt that sense in a little bit as well. Like it could, if it was a little bit faster, it would have been that as well.
Interesting.
Like it's crazy to say that, but it's good. But it's super fun. I'd say I know you probably play it later on. I know you haven't played it yet, but definitely. I played it like 3 times.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It's a short demo. It's a really short, but I just love the mechanics and just getting used to how the game plays.
Yeah, I'll try. Cause
I think when you complete it once, you unlock a new weapon for the second time round and stuff. So that's why I went back into it.
Oh,
again.
right. Okay, you should have started with that.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you play it 3 times?
No,
Yeah.
you unlock stuff anyway, but it's fun. All right, I'm gonna go into some little bit of news here. So it's nothing too crazy. I'm not sure if you saw this on Instagram or TikTok or wherever. There's a guy in the States. He committed a crime. Pretty bad crime. I'm not going to say what it is, but a very bad crime. And then he calls the police and rats himself out. He's like, I've done something bad. this is what the situation is. Can you come help? Like telling the police officers to come help. So he gets picked up like I think a few hours later, gets arrested, and then the police are reading him his rights and stuff like that, and then he's like, I could have ran away, I could have escaped, I could have just been on the run, blah blah blah. So he's in the police station now, and they're reading him his rights again, whatever, more rights, whatever, and he goes, I'm gonna miss out on GTA 6. The way he says it, I swear to God, it was so funny. The police officer's like, "Oh, you got plenty of time before that game comes out." He's like, "You'll get it when you get out." Like, but it was so funny. He was literally genuinely upset. He can't play GTA 6. He was crying. He was crying in the video.
Some people are crazy.
I could not believe what I saw. I was like, no way. It was so funny. Hey man, people are just missing out on GTA. So badly want to play this game. Like, it's insane. Yeah. And on the topic of GTA 6, they did come out and say that physical versions will be on launch on day one.
Oh, look at that.
But people are still skeptical on that. People are like, not sure if that's going to happen still or not. Are they just saying that to just keep everyone happy? Or
no, they won't just say that. There's no way.
I don't know. I
think people just want it to be the people that don't believe it just want it to be.
I'm still on the belief it's still going to get delayed till next year. I'm still not. No, unless I start saying to people, until I start seeing the trailers more and whatever the promotions that are coming up, I feel like then okay.
Last week they reaffirmed it's coming out on that date.
No, I'm not believing it. I'm still not believing it.
They said it's going to.
They can say that. Until I start seeing the promotions and whatever, like things happening, I can't believe it. I'm afraid I can't, because that's what they said 2 times already, and nothing's come out. There's it's coming out. Nope. Until I start seeing more and more, I'll believe it. Also, talking of delays, the Steam machine from Valve is being delayed. I'm not sure for how long, but it's on delay because obviously the chip shortages and stuff like that. So it's on delay.
We said it was. We talked about it, didn't we?
Yeah. So that's going to be on delay with the VR.
All of it. All the new kits delayed.
I think everything is But I know they said definitely the VR and I think the Steam machine definitely delayed.
The whole lot's delayed. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen outside of that, I know the value in silver and shares has like gone crazy because
I saw that as well.
We talked about this. Silver's gone crazy. Yeah. So if you'd bought into silver before they said there were shortages, you'd be rich now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like a core piece of that chip.
Yeah. I mean, they announced it obviously in November last year. There was no kind of price range, but the estimated price going around online is around $700. They're saying it's meant to be around that price, which is okay-ish, I guess. I mean, for me, it's like, I think I was telling one of my friends, like, if I was to buy this will be my PC, because this is what it is, isn't it? I don't own a PC, so if I was going to buy a PC, I might as well just go in for this. And I know everything on there, they've said most games that they've trialed on there, and quite a list of games they've trialed on there is at 4K 60 frames per second as well. So it's running decent. It's running decent as well. So like, if I was to get one, I don't need a PC at the end of the day, 'cause I feel like that's my PC, if that makes sense.
I guess the only thing is like, are you not just getting a console with a?
I hear you.
Ain't it really? Like, especially when the new Xbox comes out, that's just going to be.
But you can put the mouse and keyboard into it, and I mean, obviously you can do it on any console. But mouse and keyboard into it and stuff like that, and go on the internet and do whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, here's your PC. And look at the size of it as well. It's going to be so tiny. It's not going to take up no real estate.
Yeah, I mean,
in your room.
I wanted a mini PC. Well, I wanted a mini PC before I got my laptop, just because of the space, and I could just tuck it somewhere, plug it into a monitor or the TV, and just run away with it. But it depends if this is like going to be a PC that's in a console format, or if it's a console that Steam want to release that has like Steam's client on it. Because yes, it's got to be a PC. They don't have a console-based client, so yes, it would have to be a PC to run Steam. But is it a console that's just doing that, or is it going to be a PC that's the format? Do you see what I mean? Like, it depends on how it comes out like that.
I think I don't know. Hopefully we'll see soon enough when it comes out, when they find it out a date and stuff. If it comes out, but also some other news. Epic Store. I guess the Epic Games Store. Sorry, the head of that, Steve Addison, said that it's day one. I guess when the new console for Xbox comes out, the Epic app will be on there on the new consoles. Day one. He's come out and he said it. It's going to be there day one. Stuff like this.
I mean, how can he say that when no one else has confirmed anything else?
I don't know. He's confirmed it. He's come out and confirmed it. He's come out and said it. Having discussions with Microsoft and having their storefront on the consoles. So it's going to be there day one, he's saying.
Okay.
But obviously, obviously, so in that same breath, I think I can't remember who it was. I think it was someone from the chip side. I can't remember the lady's name, but she had an interview with I think some guys from Microsoft as well, or one of the journalists. Sorry, and said the same thing. Like next year, the console will be out. Like almost confirming stuff about the consoles being out. I know.
there's no way with the chip shortages. There's absolutely no way.
I don't know.
There's no way. There's no way. At least. There's no way I reckon they'll announce when it's out next year. I don't think it'll come out because the chip shortages don't make sense because it will affect it's affecting all current hardware. And if the Steam machine's been delayed, there's no way the Xbox is coming out.
Yeah, but that's till next year though.
But the delays are still happening from COVID. That's the problem. There's no way it's coming out next year. I could put money on it. Absolutely no way.
I don't think they'll announce it this year to come out next year.
No, they'll announce it next year to come out the following. There's no way.
We'll see. Way. I know obviously PlayStation and Sony, they said the same thing. I think theirs is going to come out 28 or something like that, or 29. I don't know. But we'll see.
Before the chip shortages, I would have said yes, it'll come out next year. There's no way. It's impossible. Unless Microsoft have got some crazy stockpile like Fort Knox, there's no way.
I wouldn't be surprised with
No.
You wouldn't be surprised.
You should be surprised because
if they're cutting people off, they think, all right, we've got the chips.
Well, just because they've cut people off doesn't mean the chips materialise out of space. If you remove 100 people, we'll give you 100 chips. You're crazy. No, I don't. I think it'll be the year after. I think it'll be 27, and then obviously the PS is 28.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this year they'll announce something.
We will in a few months when I'm right and you're wrong. There's nothing you can do about it.
We'll clip this and send it back.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you. All right, on to another little bit of news. Some good news, actually. I think you might like this. I say that.
That sounds like I don't think I'm going to enjoy this at all.
28 members of Saturn4 Interactive Development, the team behind, obviously Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, have been awarded knighthood in France.
Oh, mate, I saw that. You know, well done to them. It's the one thing the French have pulled out. Well, yeah, well done. You've got a game. Look, it's good in the sense of a game dev team getting like fine.
Yeah,
but
basically they got the Order of the Arts and Letters. So basically, it's just obviously recognizing what their contribution was to the arts and stuff, obviously the gaming world and stuff like that. So I think that's cool. I mean, the game did numbers, did so much last year. Almost shook up the gaming industry because of how it was, isn't it? So, fantastic to them, honestly. Absolutely fantastic.
Just your name is Clair Obscura.
Hey, give it a try, man. You still ain't tried it yet.
Not
dip your toe in, don't worry.
Not interested. Thank you.
We'll catch him later on, guys, don't worry. Later on in life.
Listen, okay, listen. I'll play Clair Obscura when you actually play through all the Fallout games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dick.
Right, cool. I got some time mines right now.
Yeah, I mean, 1 and 2 you don't necessarily have to do because they're the
So
PC
what do I start
ones.
on? What should I start on?
Start Fallout 3.
3, okay.
3, New Vegas, 4, 76. The 76 you can't necessarily play through, but you need to get to the point where you play 76.
Okay. All right, cool. Start at 3.
You play through there. The 3, New Vegas and 4, you can finish them till the end. You finish them and start on 76, I'll play Clair Obscura.
All right, cool. It's going to be a challenge. But I'll do it.
Yeah.
On to the last bit of news here that I have. Basically, last week as well, the other day, we had a Nintendo Direct, which was a partner showcase. Tons of stuff they showed, with most of them, pretty much all of them, having release dates and stuff like that coming up, or they're out now.
Oh yeah, I did see a few, to be fair.
Yeah, there was a lot. Started off with Orbital's Summer, which is I could say the haze-like game, which it kind of is, like the split screen.
Oh, right, yeah.
The anime kind of. Yeah, it's like haze-like. It's just exactly the same. Like, everyone's calling it haze-like game, even though it's not made by them. But that looked pretty fun, and that's out sometime this year. It hasn't said a release date, but it's coming out only on Switch 2, obviously, this year. Looks pretty cool. You got Paranormal Sight, the Mermaid Curse, which is out February 19th as well. Which is kind of like a little detective clue game. Like I think you're the guy on the ship. You look down in the water, you see another version of yourself, a dead version of yourself, and now you're trying to figure out what's going on. Like asking townfolk, asking townfolk and this and the other. So I mean, it looks okay. Not too bad. You had Captain Sabusa, 2 World Fighters, which is a football game. So that's the football game.
That doesn't sound like a fucking football game.
Trust me, when I saw it as well, I was like, it's a football game, but it's elements of like the fighting stuff. You know, like the Kung Fu football kind of thing. Like,
oh, is it like, what's that football game recently that flopped?
I'm trying to think, what was it?
What was it called?
Which one?
The one that was on Game Pass, the indie one.
No, not Rematch.
No, not like that.
It's more anime cartoon, and then it's like it adds that fighting
like
style.
Mario, was it Mario Soccer?
Almost like that, you could say, kind of in that kind of sense, like that. Then you had a game called Tokyo Scramble, which is out on 11th of February. That game looked terrible, absolutely terrible. And the thing is, what they're doing as well with the directors, they're showing stuff. I'm not sure if they're showing stuff that's on Switch 2, like showing stuff on Switch 1. So it's kind of not deceiving your audience, but obviously they come to see the Switch 2 gameplay or kind of decent-ish gameplay. That one was in Switch 1 gameplay, and it was horrible.
Listen, you should have took the warning signs when they were comparing the Switch 2 to the original Switch. If they compared the Switch 2 to the OLED, there's marginally a difference.
Yeah. Nah, this was bad. Nah, that was bad.
Special.
Then you have Valheim, I can't pronounce it, Valheim, which is coming out this year as well. It's kind of an open world game as well, another one. You have then next Hollow Knight, Nintendo Switch 2 version, which is out now. They launched it straight away from this as well.
That's cool. That suits that console.
Yeah, and it's very good as well. Like, the show, I was definitely Switch 2 gameplay. It showed it was very nice, and it said obviously if you own the Switch 1 version of the game, you can upgrade for free. So, which is cool. See that?
Finally, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So, that was good.
You can tell that's not a Nintendo game.
No.
Nintendo ain't doing that for free.
And then this summer, 2026, you have eFootball Kickoff coming. So eFootball right now is the free game, Konami game, which is out on obviously PlayStation, Xbox right now, but it's coming to Switch 2 in the summer. It looked decent enough. Just another football game or another sports game for the handheld. Looked decent. This game is on my radar. I want to play The Adventure of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. I'm not sure if you heard of it. It's a JRPG. It's an RPG. It almost looks JRPG-ish, but it's the same. It almost looks like Octopath Traveler, how it looks design wise.
Oh, is it a 2.5D?
Yeah, like that's what it does. But it's very good. Obviously, it has. I think there's four separate areas to explore. Like tell the stories of different stories of 4 areas. But it's looking very good. Looking very, very good. That's definitely my radar to play. The next they had Super Bomberman Collection, which is out now for both Switch 1 and 2. So that's just a throwback from 1 to 5, I think, Bomberman's like little collection there, which is quite cool. Another big announcement, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which is coming out 3rd of June. So obviously you've just had the remake come out. Yeah. So now they're stepping it up again with the Rebirth coming out soon as well. Cool. So, which is good. Obviously, Pragmata, 24th of April. I said demo's out now and everything, so go check it out. Very good game. This one shocked me. Torok Origins. Did you know there was another new Torok game?
Yeah.
Did they announce this before?
It's been announced for ages ago.
I must have missed that, or must I not pay attention to it?
You must have not paid attention.
It looks quite decent. I was like,
yeah, it's like a redo of the original.
I was shocked. It's coming out.
It was announced.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it. My mind just, when I saw it, I was like, what's new Torok? Like, when did this come out? Like, what's?
Yeah, they announced it. I can't remember.
Is it out on anything else for? Because it's not. It says out here on autumn to 2026.
No, it's not out yet. They announced.
Oh, it's not even out.
No.
Oh, I thought it was out already, but it's just come to Switch. I was like,
no.
Okay. Okay, then you got Kyoto Xanadu, which is another like RPG game, but it's
Sounds
like
you absolutely butchered that name.
I definitely butchered every half of these names. Honestly, just watch Direct, you'll know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another like it feels like that game is like Persona. It's like you have the school life and then you go out, you fight the monsters and whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of same thing. Digimon Story, Time Stranger, which is coming 10th of July. Sorry, both Switch 1 and 2, which is cool. So getting that on handheld. Grand Blue Fantasy, Relink, Endless Ragnarok, which is on the 9th of July. It's another decent little game there. Monster Hunter Stories, we've seen it before. I mean, hundreds of times. So Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming out. The demo is out now as well if you want to play a demo, which is pretty cool. Coming out 30th of March, that is. Another game called Arcade Archives 2, and it has titles on there like Rave Racer, which is before Ridge Racer. Doraemon, Sonic Wings Special on there, Cool Borders, Ninja Gaiden 2, like it's old retro, retro games, like looks cool. I'm gonna run through this little part next, which is like they did the sizzle reel, like to kind of show games quite quickly, like just rapid. So first of all, we had Scott Pilgrim EX. You had another Eden Begins, Reanimal. Obviously, we played the demo and stuff. WWE 2K26, Star Wars Voyager, Across the Unknown. That looks like Fallout Shelter game. It looks like that when you see it.
Oh, okay. But are these out or coming out?
These are coming out. So the Star Trek game is on the 18th. WWE is on the 13th of February. 13th of March, sorry. 13th of February is Reanimal. Another Eden Begins is summer 2026, and Scott Pilgrim EX is on the 3rd of March. Then you had Disney Dreamlight Valley, which you played. I'm not sure you played. I played it because I was in Asia. I've definitely seen that game. Got to Switch 2 on the 25th of March. PGA Tour 2K25, which is 6th of Feb, which is out now. Goat Simulator 3, 1st of April. It's crazy. Shadow Tactics, 18th of March. Tales of Arise, Beyond the Dawn Edition, 22nd of May. Resident Evil Requiem, we know about this, 27th of February. And on the same day, you're getting a themed Switch 2 Pro controller. Then Todd Howard popped up to announce Fallout 4 anniversary. There you go, 24th February. You might want to get it. So,
that's.
It looks all right. It looks okay, and the graphics didn't scream. And
the anniversary isn't. It's just a complete edition we have now. It's not like a new thing.
Yeah, it's basically like that Division 1.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, that's what they done. Then you got Indiana Jones, obviously, for another Bethesda game, and the Great Circle there on 12th of May. And they also the last game which was announced was the Elder Scroll Oblivion Remastered, which is coming out later this year, 2026. So that was the kind of Nintendo Direct. It was okay. I know a lot of games wasn't screaming like top tier games, like if that makes sense. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed in this Direct. I thought it was okay. Like, but it is what it is. I know they want the first party ones. I think they're waiting for the first party Directs personally.
Yeah,
like, they want to know about the Marios. If there's anything.
Yeah. That's usually the case with Nintendo.
Yeah, it's tough.
The thing is, everybody asks for the third party support, and then now that it's there, people don't care. So, I've talked about this before. How it's the player base is usually what causes issues within the industry because they have these silly expectations, and then sometimes they get met, and then they just take them for granted. Like this whole, it was a big thing for Nintendo to kind of take on some of that third party stuff because like a lot of the stuff, like Doom and all of that, I can guarantee you realistically Nintendo don't want that stuff on that console. They don't want COD on that console. They don't want all that stuff on that console. They don't really want Fallout.
It's not a question as well. Like, do you think? I was talking to my friend the other day. Do you think GTA 6 will come out on Switch 2?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. I thought it was just me. I go crazy. I was like,
there is no way. Do you know why there's no way? Because the anniversary one with Vice City and 3 and stuff, that's not on Switch, is it?
Yes, it is, isn't it?
If it is, then yes, GTA 6 will come out on Switch.
But you got to think about the scale of this game that's going to come out.
Yeah. They've
got to dial that back so much. That's going to look great on there.
Yeah, but look at some of the other games that are massive on there.
Yeah, look what they did to Witcher. They butchered Witcher on there.
They still released it, didn't they?
Yeah, that's bad. And would they obviously you just had Dispatch come out, right? They censored the hell out of that. What would they do with GTA then? Because that's got to be censored hardcore. Like there'll be that literally is
Well,
like.
did they censor Vice City 3 and?
I'm not sure.
Let me see if that is.
Because that even if you say that, yeah, I feel like them ones are not going to be as harsh as how this one is. You understand? Like you have. I mean, what you can go to the clubs, I guess, and what are they, some of them. It's mainly just the shooting and the violence, but I'm not sure how it's going to be in this new one. And obviously,
no, that won't matter because GTA's already.
If you're having interaction with certain characters, I'm not sure you want your kids hearing.
Yeah, but they've got the remaster on Switch. None of that matters because you can do all of that in the remaster. None of that matters. They're only.
They're going to censor it though. They're going to censor some parts. Some parts, or
they
some
haven't
parts are
censored
going to be.
these three though.
Or some parts might get taken out of the game because I feel like this one is going to be.
No,
crazy.
they won't take. They can't take sections out of the game. They won't do that. Absolutely not. The only reason it wouldn't be on the console is from a technical standpoint. Nothing else would be blocked.
They have to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if,
and I think,
if we cross that bridge.
And I think Dispatch's censorship is a bit more complicated than it just being Nintendo. From what I've read online, I don't think it's just as simple as Nintendo said. Okay. Block it. I think there's a few because even the devs said that there's a legal reason they can't explain why they have to censor it.
Okay.
So it's not like because if it was Nintendo, the dev would have come out and said, "Yeah, Nintendo told us we have to censor it," but there's a legal ramification that they can't talk about to the reason why it was censored. So I think in regards to Dispatch, I think it's a little more complicated. However, as I said, with the trilogy being on Switch.
Yes.
There's no reason why 6 wouldn't be on there. The only reason 6 wouldn't be on there is from a technical standpoint, I believe.
Well, you got to think about the scale of that game, how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because you're going to interact with so much.
Yeah, but which is the same.
Yeah, but they took away certain things, didn't they? Textures and took away certain things out of the game, like to make it work, I guess.
Yeah, but they didn't take sections of the game out.
I don't think they would do that. But
no, that's the same. Yeah, some textures don't matter. If it needs to run and remember, Switch uses all that cloud stuff to run half that stuff.
True. Yeah,
so they would just run 6 on the cloud.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a physical little cartridge of us.
No, probably not.
You definitely not. That's the only one you'll get digital version.
If the trilogy wasn't on Switch, I would totally agree saying that it wouldn't come out. But the fact the trilogy's on there, it means it can come out.
Okay. All right. That's me for my gaming news this week. Indeed. What have you got over there cooking?
Well, because you skipped it because you never have any business updates. I have business updates.
Let's go.
I've now started prepping for Salute properly. So planning out. I've got a rough idea of how I want to pursue that day. The plan would be to have a few, especially for, and I'll get to the second part, like Black Sheep Scenery, I want to print out a bunch of his stuff and make some small dioramas and put some models on it and then paint them up and then kind of use those as almost have the space as like a talk track for the rest of the website.
Okay.
So he's got cyberpunk stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got some stuff that will match that theme. He's got a lot of it's a lot of grimdark stuff. He's got the Trench, which I'll bring again this time. He's got the Trench set that I already made. There's a cyberpunk one. There's city ruins. There's an Underhive one. So I want to print them out and get some models on there and stuff. So I need to work that out and see if I get the models painted and I just do the scenery or however we do it.
You do a little section, just a little section of it.
Yeah, right now I print
one character or two.
Yeah, right now I've got 2 cyberpunk buildings printed, so I might do another one that's a bigger one, and then just stick that to something like a board or something.
Yeah.
And then kind of do the city. Do you know what I mean? Because he's also got boards. He made a whole city board, so I can actually print out plates and make a map, and then put them on that. And then put do you know what I mean? So that can be one set, and then as I said, I'll do one for the Underhive and all of that sort of stuff. Okay. There's that, and then to that, I've started. Me and Black Sheep Scenery started talking again about the partnership and stuff because originally I realised it was issues with taxes on his end because he's not UK based. So I think there's some problem because he's spoken to a few other people in other territories and he was having a similar issue where the taxes were becoming a problem, especially because what he'd want to do is have the Kickstarter and then we'd all get a portion of the amount to offset the cost of printing. But I think it was a bit more complicated than that. But we're talking again anyway, and see how we make that make sense. So that's the business updates.
Indeed. That's cool.
So you'll notice there's this one big box for the 3 models. So I've called it 3 models, but it's a book. I mean, technically, if you go by the most pointless and silly technicality, it is more than 1 model because of what's in the box.
Yeah, what's in the box?
So today we're going to deep dive into the Trench Crusade rulebook. Let me take it out for you.
That's Zelda.
Oh, it's like, you know, that Pulp Fiction where it's like got the... God, I forgot it's a heavy book. All right, need your help. Yeah. Aha, Trench Crusade. Doodle-doo. I mean, doodle-doo is a bit too nice for what this is. Just to show you, like, that's the map. You'll get to see it in a minute.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so this is... I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Oh, you just got this?
I've just got this.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so they had lots of
Exclusive.
shipping. And this is the unironic thing about... Well, I say it's not unironic, but this is version 1. But the rules have kind of been rewritten since this was publicated, which is fine because 40k is the same. I can buy a codex and then get rules updates anyway, so that's not really a problem.
Okay.
But as you can see, this is a very gorgeous book.
Very beefy boy.
Yeah, it's a heavy, heavy big boy. Like there's the map, lots of like artwork in there, all the different factions, lots of equipment. I think for me, this will be a lot more like it's just a piece to say that I was there at the beginning because me and Chris did the Kickstarter when it first launched.
Oh, okay.
So this for me is like that piece of this I had impact on this when it started. You know what I mean? So
how much did the Kickstarter have to raise, or do you know how much it was? Like,
it was expensive.
Oh, that's fine. I know. You have to go tell me.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to remember.
That's fine. That's not cool.
I think between me and Chris, because it's European, it was about 150 euros.
Okay. And
that's the book, 2 digital war bands for me to print, and stuff like that. So, yeah, we've talked about Trench Crusade a little bit on the show before. Obviously, it's like an alternative World War One, where during World War One, demonic forces like open up from hell, and you know, the war for the World War One war kind of continues out of that through that sort of conflict.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good time to bring the rule book up, especially because, and I'm sure I've said this before, at the moment, like deciding what models to showcase and stuff is getting a little bit difficult, especially because I also kind of sorted everything out. So all the Age of Sigmar stuff I kind of put away slightly. So there's that. So we'll talk about a few things. We'll talk about like some of the rules and the gameplay, some of the designs and artworks, and a couple of hidden extras, which you might not necessarily see, but it's cool to know anyway. So I guess, spoiler alert, if you're getting this book and you're still waiting, or you've got the book and haven't necessarily read it, we're obviously covering a few things that
fantastic.
Are contained within.
Yeah,
so obviously the first thing that hits you in the face, so to speak, is the book's aesthetic.
Yeah.
The outside cover's really eye-catching. It kind of hits you in the face. And it leans hard into that, like, I guess, diesel goth, apocalyptic war. Especially when you open it up and you see the map, you look at it like the map looks old, but then when you look through the book, you can see that, again, that diesel punk type of flavour on everything. You know, different things like armour that's all rusted and used. Machinery that looks like somewhat gothic but religious at the same time. And then you've got like soldiers that equally have a mix of like there's demons in there, there's soldiers with like, you know, like the pointy helmets for the pilgrims and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, there's all of that. It's really cool. It's a very cool book. I think that's what I like, the themes around the fictional themes anyway, around like World War One and World War Two. Like I like that aesthetic. It's weird to say that stuff. You get what I mean. Yeah. If you're watching the show, you totally understand what I mean. I like that aesthetic, and this having that, but then having that mix of like, and bear in mind the people that worked on this, some of them are ex-Games Workshop employees that I've talked about before. You can see that flavour where they've taken like that World War One and put in that like gothic element of like the demons and stuff. So it kind of suits that vibe, and it's not like, you know, like wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff like 40k is. Yeah, as you can see, like there's super high detail on all the artwork, and some of it is intentionally uncomfortable. So you look at it, you're like, oh god, that's a bit, even the cover can feel like that depending on who you are.
I saw it's not a character in there. Looked a bit,
yeah, exactly. But
it's not for the weak.
But when you read through it, you skim through it. But when you look through it, like all the artwork really makes you feel like you could picture it on the battlefield and hence on the tabletop when you're playing, and like picture that creature or that soldier fighting on one side of a trench line and stuff like that. So it's really cool from that. And like some of the stuff I like in there is like they've got like the artwork you can tell is illustrated specifically for the rule type element, but then there's stuff in there where they've made like lore pieces, so there'll be like scribbled notes or like pictures of people, like stuff like that, so to kind of give it that like lived in feel of the universe, right, which is always cool when you see that in a book. And initially when you open it and you see that stuff, it kind of you're getting an idea of the tone of the game without necessarily getting to it, because the rules must be like just after halfway through. Okay. So there's a lot of like universe building and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then when we consider like the rules and the gameplay.
So question, when you go to hobby nights and stuff like that, are they sitting there with that book like that, like one of them books open and just...
We will be, yeah. When the hobby night I went to when we actually played, I had my 2 codexes from Astra Militarum and Warhammer 40k, which is kind of like this.
So you're just scrolling through the book and just reading it?
Yeah, this one's like the core rules. So you would use this to set the game up, and then typically, this has all the characters, but typically... At least in Warhammer, you'd have like a separate book for the... So
the game, the book there sets the tone for the game, sets the environment, sets everything up.
Yes.
And then you go off and then be like, okay, is it then like your turn, my turn kind of thing, like attack, until your troops are all...
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and this also has like the statistics for the characters as well, so there's no separate book for that, which is also fine because it's just the nature of this book.
Okay. Is it like say that, as I say, you set the tone, you attack, I attack, whatever. Then is there like a little mid-game lore in there, like, okay, you've attacked so many people, now this is gonna happen now, and then you got to now work off that?
Yeah, I guess
is it kind of like that. Like,
it would be kind of more like it'd be kind of more like based on the faction. So let's say the demons. Let's say if it's like there might be a rule where I haven't read the rules, by the way. I'm just speculating. So let's say there's a rule where it's like like when your demon forces gets to 50%, the battlefield gets affected in this way, and then your opponent then has to obviously consider that as they play. So if it's like when there's 50% demons, the battlefield becomes radioactive. Just say. Yeah. You then have to factor that in when you're playing. So if you've got units that are more susceptible to radiation, you obviously need to figure out how you either utilize them before they die, or how you can protect them outside of the usual stuff like that. That there's not really like apart from when you set the battlefield up and you pick like the mission type and how the map would be laid out. So you like, do you start from the corner, the middle, and all that sort of stuff? Outside of that, there's not really anything.
I thought like you playing the next minute, halfway through or somewhere through, I don't know, some other faction just all of a sudden just pops out from the side. Now, do you attack them, help them out, or that you help them attack your... Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone...
That sort of stuff,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that sort of stuff's just decided between
the
players. It's not really necessarily in the book.
Okay.
And it also depends, like when you've seen some of the stuff, tabletop time, on the tabletop even, when they've done their games, like all that stuff's made up. They've made their own leagues, made their own rules and their own... manipulators. What's the word? How the battlefield gets affected during play. I can't think of the bloody word. So they've done all of that themselves. So yeah, that sort of stuff you're talking about is more down to like the players. So you could do it where like we'd be playing a game and I don't know, we'd say right.
After the 10th turn or something.
Yeah, after the 10th turn, you can then jump in and start. And do you know what I mean? So and you can get game types like that where it might be like like horde mode where it's like every 5 turns, more units come back or more enemies. So all tabletop games have different stuff. You could just make that up. If this isn't in there, you could make it.
So the rules in this game, how long does a match meant to theoretically last? Is it like an hour or something, or 40 minutes? I think we talked about this before. There's no time
really, because
it's just until your troops are done. That's
it's kind of until you finish, and if you don't finish, you just have to reset when you come back to play and carry on from where you left off.
So you just take a picture like much
literally, yeah.
and then like come back. There you go.
Yeah, literally, you take a picture, then set it up as best as you can to the picture.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and so to that, again, like the game's designed for skirmish battles because it's not necessarily like, again, not like 40k where you have like apocalypse games where you have like 5,000 points worth of miniatures fighting. This is like, I think it's a bit like similar to Kill Team where it's like small squad like groups that are battling. So as you can imagine, like as it's your point, like games could be probably a bit quicker than.
Yeah, it depends on.
It just depends on how you play and what's happening.
Squad, the damage output,
exactly.
and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
And I guess so. A few things to point out to that. You have like morale. So I guess similar to like what you're saying and what I was saying about like when there's so like let's say I might get to 50% of my force and I might have to start rolling for like are my units panicking? Are they faltering under pressure? Have they broken? So like you know, like it's in any strategy. Have they broken and they can't fight anymore? Stuff like that. So you have to consider that.
Game like you kill yourself, like you kill your own characters because like morale thing, like you just throw that. I'm like, oh shoot, he just shot his own teammate.
I don't think there's that. I don't think
know.
there's that rule, but there might be stuff where like if you use explosives, you can if it's got an AOE effect. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then there's suppression and cover, kind of going into what you're talking about. Suppression and cover, obviously cover's a key part because it's trench based, so cover's like one of the key parts of the game. And then you've got relics and blessings. So again, this is like buffs and stuff like that. So you might have like I don't know, there might be a priest in one of your factions and they buff your unit. So again, like they have resistance to radiation, for, that sort of stuff. So that's where that comes in. And then so melee combat is almost encouraged to ascend to a. What did I just say? To a extent. What on earth? My brain just stopped for like 20 seconds. To an extent, because everybody's got melee weapons. If it's a bludgeon, bayonet, all of that stuff, they're all. It's all focused around that. So the rules are really good, and they kind of have a good balance between all elements of combat, not just like. Oh, stand in the trench and shoot. Like, there's all different things. And especially because a lot of the factions have, like, monsters and creatures. They don't necessarily... It isn't always as clear-cut as shoot, or melee. It's going to be, like... You might shoot on one half of a trench, but on the other half of the trench, there might be some craziness going on where there's a monster and stuff, and you have to go into melee, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And then lastly... some extra bits that are in the book, and again, as I said, spoiler alerts. This will obviously give away a few things. The book's got lots of stuff like I was saying, like handwritten notes and like antidotes to like different elements of the universe, which is really cool. There's fragments of lore to kind of help, I guess, construct a slightly bigger narrative. Well, there's a bigger narrative anyway, but like give you an idea of like the bigger narrative outside of just the rule book, because it's obviously, you saw from the map at the front, it's like a big, massive,
huge
element. Especially like even for me, like the UK in that universe like hasn't even had anything done with it yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that, because I can guarantee you it's going to be all like knights and lions and heraldry and all that sort of stuff, because they did the first plastic kit, which was the Prussian, so like Russia, pre-Russia. So they're definitely working on it, but I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping the UK will have like lots of knights and royal stuff like that, because I think that's what it will be. And then obviously you've got the artwork for all the units and stuff, which gives you a better idea of like how you might want to paint. You can obviously paint them in any way you want, but it'll give you a better idea of how to paint. And then again, like the scenarios that are in there, like you were saying about different things, like the different scenarios mean you can do different stories and different things can happen, and you can kind of do things to your models that link to that. So let's say you've got like, I don't know, like an Antioch trooper. If he's done really, really well, you might want to put something to sort of signal out that he's like a veteran of combat or something like that. The rulebook's really nice. I'm really happy with I finally got it. It just took a very long time to get it. Another
question. These books, there'll be a second one to this or whatever. I'm not sure if there'll be a second one, a third, or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you use two books at the same time?
Well,
are they like intertwined a little bit? Like,
no, you wouldn't do
sets?
That. If version 2 came out, you would never use version 1.
Okay. No, I thought you could maybe just use both of them or something at some point.
No, it's the same thing with Warhammer. When the next version of Kill Team comes out, you'll never go back to the old book.
Okay.
You can have supplements where you might use two books.
Okay.
but never like the
Never
core
the whole
books. You'll never
battle,
go back. Yeah,
okay.
you'd never you wouldn't go back from version 2 to version 1 if 2 has just come out, because 1's going to be.
I just thought maybe like there's something in that book, like power ups or whatever abilities that's not in number 2, and then you've like, okay, if you link them together somehow, you can.
No, if they took stuff
that.
out, if they took stuff out of 1,
It's because
it's not meant to be there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's a good question though. But yeah, that's Trench Crusade rulebook. I thought I'd change it up. As I said, I was trying to think of what I thought, because I'd got it in time. I thought it was a good piece of.
No, it's good. That's a good book.
Yeah,
like, it's really good. Like,
I kind of want more rule books, and not necessarily to like play, so to speak, but like I just like.
just to have them, yeah.
Yeah, they just look nice.
It was like me. I think it was the same thing. Like with guidebooks for games and stuff. I just had so many.
Yeah, I went through that.
I never,
phase.
I never used them, but I just had them. Like especially
Yeah.
the Gears ones. I was like, yeah, I got. Just look cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
So then I'll move on to gaming news.
Okay.
And one of them kind of has a similar vibe to Trench Crusade in terms of like the units that have been announced for it. But I'll go through them because I've left that part till the end. So you'll be surprised to know I have 3 bits of actual wargaming. I say Warhammer is wargaming, but it's no Warhammer news.
Whew.
And to be fair, even when I did have a proper look, there isn't really much.
Early morning, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a different day.
Different day.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? As we got told, we're not vampires. Do you know what I mean? So first thing is, there's a new fantasy war game teased called Kings of War Champions. Now this is from the studio Mantic Games, who you will know for the Halo sets.
Okay.
Yes. So this Kings of War Champions is, from what I've seen, it's basically like it's a brand new like rank and file style game. They're saying it's going to be fast, character-driven battles. Long and short of it is, it's basically going to be Mantic Games' fantasy version of Kill Team. So you'll have like one hero unit, which in a kill team you have you'll have one hero unit that leads a war band. And those 2 war bands are going to fight. It's effectively you've got Warcry and Warhammer, but for you to understand, it's basically fantasy kill team. You have 2,
PC, PC only. Was it?
No, this is tabletop.
Oh, tabletop. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So looks pretty cool. I've looked at some of the pictures. I only teased the announcement. I haven't done like a full big old release yet. But I think it makes sense. Mantic have had like really good traction. I think that Halo stuff really helped.
I need to get that. I need to get all the sets on Halo.
What do you think I did?
I need to get them.
Yeah.
So cool.
They've really had good traction with that, so I'm glad that they're able to kind of, you can see them taking that success and putting it into their pre-existing ranges. So this will be cool. I imagine a lot of people will pick this up. If the rules go well and it's right, I think people will pick that up just as a kill team alternative. So that's from Mantic. Next we have Infinity. So this is made by the company called Corvus Belli.
Okay.
And they're expanding a lot of their factions with new units. And it's a few different options for the Pan-Oceania, Yujing, Shiden Butai, and the Nomads. All those factions are getting like an injection of new units, and it's going to add a bit of variety for players that, especially that like high-tech looking characters and designs. They're going to have like a real like improved emphasis on like sharper details. The poses will be a bit more dynamic, so not as monopose as like previous models. The silhouettes will be a bit clearer as well, so you can kind of tell the model is doing something in a backdrop. And then better material definition, so like anything like cloth or like technical components on the characters. They've done these new
almost realistic
designs, so they're a bit more standout-ish and realistic, right?
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool from them. And Infinity's had a really Infinity. I haven't really talked about many of these games on it, but Infinity's got a really, really big following. It's a pretty big game, I guess, in the tabletop world, and hence why they're getting upgrades and re-release and in infantry reinforcements. But yeah, pretty cool. I never really got into Infinity. I never really tried. I think some of their miniatures were still metal at the time.
Okay.
So they're only getting into like not having as many metal miniatures now. But yeah, Infinity, pretty cool stuff. I'm sure you're going to be happy about, anyone who plays Infinity will be happy about that. And then the last one. And this is one where it's got some of this themage in. So Warlord Games, who are Warlord Games, they're, and the bolt action game, it's Warlord Games. That's the company that.
Okay.
Yeah. They unveiled the Festung Europa Weird War content for Conflict 47, which is their version of like an alternate World War II.
Wow.
Like they have like spider tanks and werewolves and like the British have robots and stuff.
On a spider tank there.
Yeah. It's a spider tank. Literally, it's like you know, like a German half track.
Yeah.
But it's got like six legs.
That's sick.
Yeah, it looks sick.
That sounds crazy.
And they're releasing a lot of that stuff in plastic, which is making me kind of want to get into Conflict 47. Anyway, that's another kettle of fish. So they showed off some new of their Weird War theme. Again, which is an alternate World War II. And it's going to be basically the first volume of the new line of supplements. So again, we talked about supplements for this. So you have the overall Weird War theme for them, for Conflict 47. This supplement, again, Festung Europa, it's going to be the first volume they release. Now, I don't think they've ever done a supplement like this before. And it basically explores something within the universe called the Rift War. And it basically just adds more of a supernatural element. So think of, Hellboy.
Yes.
Think of that.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, I think so. And in fact, to Hellboy, the first Hellboy where they, when they do the flashback of the American soldiers finding him in the cult thing. Think of that type of stuff. It's that Conflict 47, at least on the Axis side in the universe. That's the theme.
Okay.
And so with that new flavour and that new announcement, the Axis forces are actually getting a selection of undead troops. So they're going to get zombie infantry. They're going to get necromantic horror units. So it's, like Cthulhu style, like grotesque creatures. And it's going to be like I think it's going to be a much darker angle for that faction. Up until then, like they had werewolves and they had like the German troop, the Axis troops with like the hunk masks with the red eyelids and stuff. So they kind of had that already, but like having this horror element added in is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, Conflict 47 I do want to get into, because again, as I've said, like with Trench Crusade, like it's within that fictional. If you look at it from a fictional standpoint, it's within that like theme that I like. I like that twist on those two key wars.
No, that's crazy. That's good.
But yeah, there's some really cool stuff. Like you have the Japanese empires in it, Britain's in it, America, Russia, the Axis, all of that stuff. There's loads of stuff. And they all have like different, like the American side effectively have like ODST. Where they're like they're like paratroopers, but they have like jump packs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a pretty cool bit of themage. Yeah, that's everything I have.
Okay.
For wargaming, as I said, wargaming news. It's actually everything today. There's no Warhammer models. It's Trench Crusade. The whole thing. It's all different. And let us know if you want me to try and make more of like. I know it says wargaming news. If you want to hear more from like some of those studios, like Warlord Games or Corvus Belli and stuff like that, just let us know in the comments, because then I'll make sure to kind of find news outlets that cover more of their stuff so I can include it in. Yeah. But yeah, that's everything I've got.
Okay. Well, guys.
Sick. That's a early morning session that we've done. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I believe that's a wrap, guys, on the podcast today. Appreciate everyone listening. As always, you can catch us every week here on Spotify and on YouTube. Starline Forge for his miniatures. I was rushing ahead of it.
Yeah, he's getting ahead of himself.
Starline Forge for his miniatures. Game Party Pro for myself, for the parties, for our businesses, in that sense. And yeah, thank you every week for everyone listening. Leave a comment down below as well. Let us know how you feel about the podcast. Any questions you want us to answer or anything like that, just let us know. And yeah, that's it for this week.
Cool. We'll see you in the next one.
See you next one, guys. Peace.